most saddening part of it was I was actually in the room when he failed one of his oxygen things, because they had him on a monitor, and it would dip low and it would go high, dip low, go high, and that was when he was in his deepest sleep. And then he would dip low and kind of stay low, and then you'd see those little yellow beeps, and then you'd see the blue beeps, and then it turns to red, and you're just like, no, because you know he's not going to die because somebody's watching him, but like you're just sitting there, you're like, come on buddy, come on, just pull out of it, come on, come on, and it's fantastic being out of the hospital, but knowing that they kept him there until he was okay.
I think how it relates for me is those moments can, for me, intensify the joyful moments. Going through those difficult times like we did, seeing that we could get through those just fills me full of joy that, okay, we got this far. It intensifies my faith. It reassures me that, hey, you have to have a little more faith. Those times are really tough, really hard, really scary. A lot of tears, a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, but it overjoys me now to think that God is in your corner. He is there. Have a little more faith, like you've preached in previous sermons. It can be tough to feel that sometimes when you're down in the dumps, you're at your worst. But when you get past those, I think that it doesn't relate in feeling, because now I'm overjoyed. Then I was scared to death. But I think it helps. It relates by helping to intensify those joyful moments in the future. Thinking that you can get through this. It's you got somebody very powerful in your corner. So have a little bit of faith. It's all gonna go. It's all gonna go as planned, whether it's good or bad. Just have a little faith, because in the end you will be overjoyed.
Large things, like I remember to even pray at breakfast for the food, because I'm like, all right, well, I gotta start teaching Jackson to pray like before meals and everything, so I'm like starting to be more conscious of my relationship with God. But I don't think I've ever actually cried tears of joy like that, like it was more like tears of like thankfulness, and that has intensified, and that I feel like having him and wanting him to be closer to God has brought me closer to God as well. So that's it brings you closer.
I feel like before this, I had the capacity to love, to be happy, to be joyful, and I would express that capacity every once in a while. But I feel like before God gave us Jackson, I feel like he was up there with his drawing board, thinking like, okay, Dave is his father's son. He's stubborn. He can have an anger problem. He can have difficulties. How do I get this stubborn guy to show an unsurmountable amount of love and compassion? How do I get him to really? How do I blow his mind? How do I rock his world? And I, that was it. I mean, I didn't think I had so much love and joy inside of me until God was like, watch this, here you go. And he gave me Jackson, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I have had different loves throughout life. When I met her, married her, the best thing I've ever done, and I thought that was a lot of joy. And then just this, it's a different kind of love, a different kind of joy, and it just it rocked my world. I mean, the love inside of me now, it's like brings me to tears. You know what I mean? Just thinking about it, and it's brought, like I said, it's brought me so much closer to God, knowing that such a powerful force is in my corner, and he will put these things into my life to kind of set me straight if he feels like I'm wandering, or if he feels like maybe my faith, it could be a little bit stronger or whatnot. I feel like these types of things not only are meant to be, but help me to strengthen just every aspect of my religious faith and belief. And he knocked it out of the park. He sure did. Because I mean, what better gift could you get from God than a child? And talk about just everything's joyful, everything's happy, everything's intense. And it reminds you every day to be thankful. It does.
Yeah, I know we we were both really excited too. We're like, all right, when can we start taking him to church? You know, it's something extra to look forward to. You know.